Did you have anything to do with the death of Kendrick Johnson?
No. He was like one of my good friends.
Welcome to 8-Minute Crimes. We make short-form true crime content for those that just don't have the time. We will be putting out multiple videos per week, so if that is your sort of thing, we would love to have you as a subscriber. Thank you for being here. Now let's get into it. The year is 2013. The place is Valdosta, Georgia. 17-year-old Lowndes High School student Kendrick Johnson was expected home after a school sporting event which he was attending. By 10 p.m., he did not return home, and his mother, Jackie, went directly to the school to find him. At midnight, with no trace of her son, she called the police. Kendrick was missing. She would return to the school the next morning. She created flyers to post around school, letting the other students know that Kendrick had disappeared. Around 10:30 a.m., a group of kids in the gym saw some socks sticking up out of a rolled-up gym mat. Upon further inspection, it turned out to be a body. They immediately reported it to the school, and police were called. Jackie was still in the school during this time and learned the news that her son's body had been found. Investigators would conclude that Kendrick was attempting to retrieve his shoes from inside of the mat when he fell in head first and got stuck. A few strange things here. His arms were tucked at his sides and not reaching in front of him in the direction of the shoe. The diameter of the opening of the mat was roughly 14 inches, and Kendrick's shoulders were about 18 inches across. It is believed that he was in this position for more than 21 hours. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation would quickly call this an accidental death by asphyxiation. They say he suffocated. The Johnson family did not agree with the findings. They pursued their own private investigation into Kendrick's death. They arranged for his body to be exhumed for a second autopsy in June of 2013, and they hired a private pathologist to take a look. He made several discoveries, one of which was that all of Kendrick's organs were removed. Apparently during the first autopsy, they were deemed to be damaged and therefore destroyed. Another finding was that there was blunt force trauma to Kendrick's neck and soft tissues. In July of 2014, the Johnson family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the Lowndes County Board of Education, claiming their son did not die in the way that had been described, and that he was attacked and placed into the mat by someone else. They would claim that another student, wrestler Branden Bell, and his younger brother Brian were likely the culprits. There were allegedly witnesses that Branden had bullied Kendrick in the past. Jackie Johnson even confronted the school regarding Branden, and nothing was done. However, Brian would actually claim that Kendrick and he were good friends.
I'm going to ask my photographer to push in tight on your face.
Okay.
Our viewers can read your expression. Did you have anything to do with the death of Kendrick Johnson?
No. He was like one of my good friends.
It should be noted that Branden and Brian's father was an FBI agent at the time. Both maintained their innocence.
And I want everybody to know the truth, and I mean, they can ridicule me and they can say whatever they want, but in the end the truth will prevail, and everybody will find that me and my brother have been innocent and always will be innocent.
However, they both refused to cooperate in any way during the investigation. Whether that be direction from their father or on their own accord, they refused. This was the cause of a lot of speculation and rumors in the mill. In January of 2015, the Johnsons would file a $100 million lawsuit, claiming that the Bell's father Rick instructed them to murder their son. The lawsuit was later withdrawn by Jackie, but not without consequence. They would be ordered to pay more than $290,000 in attorney fees to the plaintiffs of the suit. The judge said that they fabricated evidence. Many believed that the initial investigation was flawed from the start, between police not taping off the crime scene, to not collecting evidence on the immediate area, to moving the body. There was a second pair of shoes and a hoodie nearby, never collected as evidence. Even what appeared to be blood on the wall of the gym was never matched to anyone. The coroner would even state his opinion on the matter.
Bill Watson was called to the scene 5 hours after detectives had arrived, although Georgia law requires investigators to call the coroner as soon as a body is found.
The body had been moved. The scene, in my opinion, had been compromised.
It is also said that the surveillance footage was not in its original form.
Those files are not original files. They're not something that an investigator should rely on for the truth of the video.
On June 22, 2018, the Johnsons have their son's body exhumed for a second time to undergo a third autopsy, which likely led to where we are now. March 9, 2021, Lowndes County Sheriff's Office announces that after being granted access to 17 boxes of evidence and hard drives, that they would be reopening the case and taking a fresh look at it.
So I'm planning we're going to go through every bit of it if we find a contradiction, we're going to resolve any contradiction or try to. And I'm gonna lead it myself. I'm going to be totally involved in it because I'm going to be the one. When this is over, I'm going to have to look people in the eye and say, this is what I feel like I know it to be.
The Johnson family believes this is only the first step towards justice, but a step in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, the best thing you can do is like and subscribe. We will see you next time.